This is how Te Whānau or Waipareira starts each day. On a wing, a waiata and a prayer. We've got mental health mentors, whānau ora navigators, kāinga ora specialists and truancy officers. It's a team approach to community solutions. Today, we're riding with Kimi from the Truancy team.
I've got parents on my referrals that are illiterate, that finished school when they were 12. School wasn't a big deal for them, so why should it be for their kids?
Kimi is a special kind of wahine.
He says to me, "Can I call you Auntie?" There's this 13, blonde, blue-eyed Pākehā boy asking if I can let him call me Auntie for his birthday. And I says to him, you know, on a professional scale, that would be a no. I says, but between you and me, thumbs up. So he gave me a big hug and ran to class.
Every day she's working on Auckland's North Shore, trying to get kids back into school.
The whole idea is to find out what could be causing the truancy. It's always assumed that it is the child or it's the parent, but in actual fact there could be a lot of underlying reasons why truancy happens, or there's attendance issues.
Those reasons are often complex and there's no quick fix.
At the end of the day, you can have 60 referrals on your dashboard and not one of them is an easy fix. Our whole goal is to keep it out of OT and the police's hands. That is our whole goal.
But time or government contracts are not on her side.
As a attendance advisor, I only have 20 days on a referral. I've never done it in 20 days. When you look at it, it can take 10 days to engage.
You mean 20 days paid?
Yes.
So are there really 100,000 truants in Aotearoa? The short answer is no. In 2020, Stats New Zealand found that it's just under 20,000 New Zealand students had been excluded, suspended, expelled or stood down. And in all of those areas, Māori are overrepresented. For example, in suspensions alone, Māori make up 52%.
I've gone to homes that are 3-4 stories with 5-car garages and very nice cars sitting outside, and dealt with them just as I've gone into a home where the struggles are very real. Today is what we call home visit cold call days.
We're meeting a former Long Bay college student.
He's feeling like a bit of a failure and he wants to support mum because he's the older brother and mum's single mum.
We're calling him Master J.
He had a scuffle with another student. There were no fists thrown, it was just pushing here and there. He was disrespectful in class, being noisy, and he had lied to the principal. The thing to remember is Master J has ADHD. The school were aware of this. He was unmedicated. All of these things should have been taken into account.
But instead the school referred him directly to alternative school. And how did he go there?
Not well. Terrible.
So what did he do? What got him into trouble at alternative school and what was the reason?
Well, it happened from day one. He arrived at school with a knife, a weapon in his bag, and it sort of went downhill from there.
Why did he do that? What did he say to you?
He was scared. He was scared.
But today, he has one last chance. Another school has offered to meet him.
The hope is that we can engage with these whānau today and get a plan put in place.
It's been 5 months since he's been in school, so the stakes are high. But Mum still has hope.
He's got so much catching up to do, but I'm really proud that he's actually doing it. Really proud.
How is it, having a child that you're having to find a school for? That must be really tough.
Yes, it is tough. He's a good kid, underneath it all. He struggles with his learning and unfortunately hasn't had enough support with it. Not enough things put in place to help him with his anxiety as well. But we're hoping to get it right this time.
The issue of truancy has become a hot political topic, with the leader of the National Party weighing in.
The responsibility of a parent is to make sure that your kid has opportunities that you didn't have, and education is the way in which you get from bad circumstances to better circumstances. And so we're asking for just enforce some consequences and actually make sure you know where your young person is and that you're actually getting them to school. You know, that's a responsibility of parent. You chose to have the children. You need to be able to make sure that you get them to school.
But for some parents, it's not that simple. Down the road, we visit Miss G's house, and Mum invites us into a cold, damp kainga ora home.
Look up here, love. This is because the roof leaks.
Oh, it's shocking.
I'm just sick of being miserable.
We're going to get through this, Taylor. So like I said, we've got the right person, all right? So now, you know, Te Whānau Waipareira is going to follow it up. So I did that referral.
Yeah.
And they're just going to follow it through now.
Yeah.
I'll take some pictures to show them that there's been no change.
Today, it's not just Miss G that's absent from school. All 4 siblings have been homesick for 2 weeks.
It's heartbreaking to see the kids still having to stay home and you guys still living in your lounge.
Yeah, and we're getting frustrated because we're so squashed in here.
Yeah,
We're feeling claustrophobic. You know, we're using our dining room as a bedroom.
Like many of Kimi's families, truancy is a byproduct of the challenges they face.
They live in a kainga ora home and I've been trying so hard to get help for the state it's in. And so they're finally going to go in and inspect it. So hopefully the kids can stop getting sick.
The constant sore throats, love, because I think when I spoke to the asbestos specialist, they said to me, she said, your least worry actually is the asbestos. She said, your main concern is that black mould.
Yeah.
She said, if that gets into your throat and that'll be causing spores in your throat and all sorts. And I wonder, well, maybe that's why we've always got sore throats. Yeah. They hardly sleep at night because it's so cold.
Tell me about what's happened with Miss G.
So Miss G has finally come to embrace who she is, that she's gay. And rather than the school call me, she was put in a room for about 3 hours because she dyed her hair red. And there are rules, firm rules in place in regards to uniform, but there are ways that you can deal with it, knowing mum's unwell.
Waipareira Program Director Jacqui Harema oversees the truancy team.
There's so much more happening for these families. You know, the impacts of COVID, the social, economic, and it's not one group that's going to support them to be re-engaged again. It's schools have to come together.
She says greater collaboration across ministries is what's required.
Different ministries have to come together. Ministry of Social Development needs to be able to identify who these, young people are to support them. We actually need a whole government approach to this, because in the next 5 to 10 years, these young people will really be disengaged from and will be then creating havoc.
It takes special people to deal with truancy, a role Kimi believes needs to be approached with empathy and patience.
A lot of our whānaus won't even engage with the school. So in this case, they won't answer any calls from the school, any emails from the school. So my hope is that I'm going in because I'm not the school, and see that use me to help you for a better path forward. So, yeah.
And the response from these families is positive.
She's fantastic. She talks to them as if they matter, which after all he went through with his last school, he was really given the impression he doesn't matter. And she really, she's amazing, absolutely amazing.
But Kimi and her team might be out of a job next month. The Ministry of Education is looking to redesign truancy and put resourcing back into schools. In the meantime, she'll keep knocking on doors and trying to give whānau the help they need.
The majority of the parents that myself and my colleagues deal with genuinely want their children at school, but they're battling so many different things. Let's not forget that survival, putting the next lot of kai on their table, putting shoes and expensive uniforms on their children, if they can't do it, they're not going to send their children to school. When a house is happy, a home is happy, and our tamariki feels safe, there's room for hope.